So people are always asking me how to garden because a lot of people are convinced that they have a black thumb. And I always tell people it really comes down to two elements. You just have to have a curiosity to learn and a willingness to not give up. So my name is Emmy Terusa and I own Tenfold Harvest, and I work with companies, restaurants, and resorts doing edible gardens. So for me, it started back when I wanted a homegrown, heirloom, great tasting tomato from the garden. And so I got started. I started gardening. And it's not about just getting that delicious tomato. It's about the bigger picture of what's going on and asking yourself, what part do I play within that ecosystem? Operating an edible gardening company, I work with chefs and restaurants. And I started to notice a lot of food waste being thrown away. I started to ask myself, is there anything we can do to capture that food waste from going into the landfills? I stepped back and I started to observe our natural ecosystems. And I looked to our soil and I realized that there was already worms breaking down organic matter within our soil. And that's when I realized, that's the answer. Worms are the answer to food waste. So we realized we could compost food waste through the use of vermicomposting. And basically what vermicomposting is the breaking down of food waste through the use of red wiggler worms. And what they do is they basically digest the food waste and they produce what is called worm castings. This fertilizer is amazing because we can actually then capture these worm castings and use it right back into our garden soil, thus enriching the life, nutrients, and beauty to our gardens. Within the first year of vermicomposting for my client, we were actually able to divert 3.2 tons of food waste from the landfill. We provided an on-site closed-loop environmental solution to food waste. Amazing. The journey towards a great tasting tomato actually opened my eyes to the critical role we all play in protecting and nurturing the ecosystems we inhabit. I think you have to be open to the process of the revelations that are going to be opened up to you and for you to walk that out completely. So it might be something simple and it might be something that only you are enacting or practicing for yourself. If we're able to step back and become students and then put into practice what it is that we are witnessing, I think that's when we can make some really great impacts on our greater environment.